A woman who was badly beaten says she was victimized again when the judge let her abuser walk, not once, but twice. Good Thursday evening, everyone. I'm Tyler Lopez.
And I'm Caitlin Canute. Thank you for joining us tonight. A closer look at that case is tonight's top story. So when the man who did this to Emily Meeks went before a judge, that judge said he'd seen murder victims that look less damaged. So why then did Brian Washburn get probation? We've been digging deeper and found what appears to be a pattern.
November 9th, 2016 started out as any other day for Emily Meeks and her then-boyfriend, Brian Washburn. But by the time the night was over, she'd look like this. Her nightmare began after they got into a fight inside this Pekin bar.
He stole my keys off the bar. I ran out of my shoes out that door. He locked all the doors, but my back hatch, you could easily stick your fingers underneath and it opened. So I went through the back hatch. As soon as I got to the front, he started hitting me in the face. Elbows, fists, were just blowing. I mean, he hit me 2-3 times, like I said, before we even got out of the parking lot.
The blows continued as he began to drive. Evidence photos would later show her blood splattered across the back seat, roof, and windows. Meeks says after Washburn tossed her cell phone out the window, she hit the unlock button and jumped out of the moving car, trying to run to safety.
He ended up right behind me, and I didn't even know he was right behind me because he was running.
She says Washburn grabbed her and dragged her back to the car, throwing her inside. From there, the barrage of blows continued for their 57-mile drive from Pekin to Washburn's home in Kewanee. She says he kept her captive there for 3 days. Finally, she says he permitted her to go to the hospital only if she promised to lie about how the injuries occurred. When she arrived at OSF St. Francis Medical Center, staff put her in lockdown for protection. She'd stay there for 9 days.
He shattered my mandible. I had my retinas reattached. I've had 2 jaw surgeries so far. He actually took a chunk out of my knee from where he bit me.
I know you're in the hospital and I can't be there.
Meeks says he sent her this tearful apology while she was in the hospital, but by that time, she was done. Washburn was later acquitted of kidnapping, but a jury found him guilty of aggravated domestic battery and domestic battery, both felonies. He'd been convicted of a misdemeanor domestic battery and assault before. The state's attorney's office asked for 7 years in this case. The sentence from Tazewell County Judge Michael Reisinger? Probation.
It's injustice. How can a man that has habitually beat women for years and years continue to walk out as a free man?
Transcripts show Reisinger took into account that Washburn had successfully completed probation in previous cases and noted there hadn't been any disciplinary issues while in jail leading up to sentencing. But even Reisinger appeared to question his own decision, stating in court, quote, "I might be making the wrong call here. You may make me look really stupid, and there will be some people here that will remind me of it."
Get over here. I need to figure out what's going on. Hopefully we're good. Brian, you know me.
And he would appear before the judge again just 1 year later, after Washburn was arrested for an alleged fight at a Kewanee bar. Although captured on security cameras, Reisinger couldn't consider the assault allegations because that case was still pending in Kewanee. However, Washburn had violated his probation by drinking and being in a bar. The prosecution again asked for prison time. Again, Reisinger gave him probation, this time classified as high risk.
The first time when he got probation, it broke my heart because 12 jurors convicted him. The second time that the judge let him walk, I was angry.
And she wasn't the only one disappointed by the verdict.
Without commenting on the judge's decision, I will say that we have to acknowledge that in the over 30 years that I have been a prosecutor in this county, I have never received as many negative comments from individuals that work within the law enforcement community as well as the community.
So we asked Judge Reisinger to explain his verdict.
I can't specifically comment on that case. I can tell you this, for any judge, they're going to pay attention to the pre-sentencing investigation and the statutory factors.
Some of these factors can include whether a person has a previous criminal record or if they're likely to reoffend, something one pre-sentencing report found Washburn was. Ultimately, though, they're just guidelines, meaning it's up to the judge.
We wanted to know if this was an isolated instance, so we took a look at domestic battery convictions in 2018, focusing on our 3 largest counties. 93% of the cases in Peoria County resulted in time behind bars. That number in McLean County, 92%. But in Tazewell County, that number was half, 43%. The judge in all of those cases, Reisinger. Do you think you're too lax on domestic battery cases?
For me, myself, I wouldn't put myself in that category, but others, certainly they're entitled to their opinion.
Without commenting on Washburn's case or Reisinger's record, the executive director for the Illinois Coalition Against Domestic Violence says failing to appropriately punish an offender hurts more than just the victim involved.
Then that says to everybody in those communities, it's not a big deal. We don't care about you, victim. Abuser, we're not going to make you get in trouble for this because it's really not that important.
Did the justice system fail you?
Absolutely.
For now, though, she says she'll continue sharing her story in hopes of encouraging more consistency in sentencing for domestic abuse. Meanwhile, she's focused on healing and moving forward.
Does it still make me have flashbacks as I sit in a passenger seat? Yes. There's a lot of things that trigger it, but you just have to get past it.
As of January 1st, Judge Reisinger was moved to Peoria County Civil Court. We asked the chief judge why, and we were told the judges are routinely rotated. However, they could not comment on whether they'd received any specific complaints about Judge Reisinger. As for Washburn, his trial for assault in Henry County is still pending. Also a reminder, if you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, there is help available. You can call the Center for Prevention of Abuse at this number, 1-800-SAFE. We have their contact info attached to this story. You'll find that on our website as well.